my first job was like my first real job was being an assistant tax consultant, which is very boring. And I do not recommend this to anyone. So if you want to find a job, well, actually, I can see why people would like it. But I used to be an assistant tax consultant, and I personally did not like it. I thought it was very bad. I remember sitting in front of I remember sitting in front of my PC and just typing in the numbers, and my head would slowly be like, like constantly, and it's like I would always be like, oh, stay awake, stay awake, stay awake. It's very unfortunate. No, we didn't use Excel. I mean, sometimes, depending on what you do, of course you use Excel as well. But we have like specific programs for using. It's specific programs that we have, and it was bad. It was very boring. It was absolutely horrible. I used to fall asleep while typing in numbers because the only thing that I had to do, which is accounting, right? I was doing accounting, and the only thing you do is you see a number, you look at the number, you type in the number, you press enter, you maybe write like, oh, someone bought a toaster, and then you press enter again, and then you type in the next number, and you go like, oh yeah, they bought this thing, then you press enter again, and that's it. That's like your job. You do that every day, all day. You basically just type in numbers, and that's your job. that's accounting. And I mean, sometimes you have like some other stuff that you do as well, but it's easy. Like, it's not difficult. It's simple. It's easy. You can go there, you type in your numbers, you go home. It's a super simple job. But for me, I couldn't. I could never. I could never. And sometimes, dude, I had like the weirdest things on these, like, okay, 1 second. First of all, thank you for gifting a sub hope. Second of all, sometimes people would give me their receipts of their shoppings, right? When they like buy something for their work and stuff like that. And for some fucking reason, sometimes they decided to buy private stuff as well, while buying the non-private stuff, which is normally not a problem. You can just basically be like, this is private, this is not private, and then you just kind of count it out and stuff like that. But some people would like buy stuff where it's like condoms, and you go like, do you want to show your accountant then? Like, do you want it? Like, why do you buy this? Why do you show me that? I don't want to see that. I don't know, like a lot of stuff like that, where it's like, this is not a business expense. They always do this. I don't know. Like, if you ever give receipts to your accountant, just pay twice. Pay your private stuff and then pay your stuff for the job, and then give it to the accountant. Like, what? I don't want to look at what you buy for yourself privately, where it's like, I don't know, sometimes it's just very harmless stuff like underwear, a PlayStation 5, you know, that kind of stuff where it's like, yeah, no, I know what that is. But sometimes it's just like, why do you buy this and why do you show me? I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a PS5 because back then PS5 was not a thing yet. It was a PS3, 4. I don't know how old that is. But yeah, I don't know. That was my job. It was very boring. I hated it. I don't really know where I wanted to go with this conversation. But back then, I couldn't even work for 2 months without feeling burned out from my job and wanting to leave for eternity. So every 2 months, I took like 2 days off at least. I couldn't. It's just like 8 hours a day just typing in numbers does something to you. It didn't do anything good to me. I couldn't. I could not. Horrible. Do not recommend.